I am on the famous Dom Luís I Bridge here in Portugal. It crosses between Porto and Vila Nova de Gaia. I'm here with Chris.
This bridge is up high, just talk fast.
And we are about to have a lot of fun exploring this place, I hope, because we're following the advice I found in two different travel articles. One in Travel and Leisure magazine, the other in Food and Wine. I hope these folks are experts because I really want to have a magical time here in Porto and Vila Nova de Gaia.
Yeah, we want to see if these guys know what they're talking about and if they can guide us on this great, fun time in Porto.
There's one thing we'll be doing that's not on either of their recommendations because I love books and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
I'm pretty sure the travel people would not advise walking backwards on such a scary high bridge, honey. So stop.
What?
Stop! Stop
Afraid
it!
of a little backwards walking? What if I do the running man? Or the Roger Rabbit? While I'm walking, huh? What about that?
Moonwalk. Do it. Moonwalk. You're on the moon on a bridge.
In Portugal, no less. The first place we're going to is the World of Wine Museum, which was recommended by both magazine articles.
So it's got to be the best place to go. Here it is, look.
We're going to take a cable car and save our feet a bit.
Good plan. Did the travel articles talk about taking this at all?
Not the two that are the ones we're following, but I did read about it on a Lonely Planet article.
That was a pleasant, not eventful ride. In fact, the biggest event was the guy trying to sell us a picture at the end. We said no. This area has a lot of these little narrow passageways.
Oh my God, there's two more coming.
It's a busy road.
Now we are at the main entrance and I am so happy because it's just nice to show something from the entrance you're meant to enter.
There is something nice about that.
You're welcome.
I was thanking you. Where'd you go?
I was letting the audience know that they're welcome, that they get to see it from the front entrance.
There it is, the front entrance. Oh, I'm sorry, it's up here, sorry.
This is the beautiful front entrance that we get to show you.
So we have to make a decision as to what museum to go to. There are like 5 museums here, right?
No.
No? There's more?
I think there's 7. We've got the Wine Experience, Pink Palace, Planet Cork, the Chocolate Story, Porto Region Across the Ages, Porto Fashion and Fabric Museum, and the Bridge Collection.
I feel that the Bridge Collection, we should go on that one because it says 9,000 years of drinking history.
You want to just go to that one first?
Well, we have contributed to the history of it, so.
I don't see why that's a reason to go to it, but I know you really want to go to this one, so
Hey, you can pick the next one.
sounds good.
This place is huge.
Well, we do have experience with drinking. When it comes to disposable cups, I'm used to the red Solo cup. These are the disposable cups of the Holy Land.
How wasteful.
I think this might be the oldest piece in the collection.
I think it's safe to say that this is the oldest piece. this was found in Japan, so apparently that's the place where the oldest contraption has been found. Contraption for drinking.
I believe this is a Triclinium. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that the tri and the triclinium is for the 3 couches, and 3 people would sit on all 3 couches. It was used in Roman times. It was a room where people would relax and dine and drink. And unlike during Greek symposiums, in these Roman gatherings, women were allowed.
So I would think a triclinium would be more exciting than a symposium, because you gotta have the ladies.
Yes, we could cuddle up and talk and drink and eat and have a fine time.
The symposium sounded like a frat party. A bunch of dudes hanging around a sausage party, like they flick and drink at each other. That was a game they played.
Well, and with frats being Greek organizations, I would think that, yeah, that's probably how that came to be.
I was blown away. There's so much here. We could spend probably another hour minimum. It's neat to think that all of these vessels were used by somebody at one time, going back 9,000 years. That's pretty incredible.
Did you see the vessel that may have been used by Alexander the Great?
I did. That was pretty cool. Just think he might have used it. You know, and maybe someday someone will come across a glass that you or I drank out of, and just think, Chris+Melissa might have drank out of this glass. What do you say? Thumb up a bump it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Time to eat, right?
Yes, otherwise we'd explore more.
Right.
I think we might have had a whole other floor to explore that we didn't get around to.
There actually is another floor, and it's so cool, but we had reservations to get to.
It's time for lunch at TNC. This spot was recommended in the Food and Wine magazine article that I read as a great place to have the Francesinha sandwich. Although Francesinhas are traditionally made with a beer and I believe tomato base, the ones here are made using port wine. And I mean, port is such a huge thing here in Porto and Vila Nova de Gaia.
So you're gonna get one, right?
I am going to get a vegetarian one.
And we're testing, so I will get the normal.
I'm drinking some rosé, some Soriero rosé.
I'm having a port and tonic. I've never had one of these until we came here to Porto, and they're a great aperitif. It's a little early for this, though. But, you know, we have to contribute to the 9,000 years of history. Here's the meat here, egg. Francesinha means Little French. It was created by a Portuguese immigrant living in France who was inspired by a French dish. He brought it back to Portugal and added his own Portuguese twist. It quickly became a local favorite. These sandwiches can easily top 1,000 calories, so watch out. Interesting. I'm going to have to keep working on this. Okay, magazine person. The Francesinha. Young Chris would have said, ooh, gross, wet, bread, all kinds of different meats, egg yolk. I wouldn't have liked it. I think it's something you still have to warm to, but it was good, you know, melted cheese, meat, bread.
I think this is a great introduction to the Francesinha sandwich rather than having it at a more traditional spot, because I feel it's a little bit more delicate. Of course, I've got the vegetarian version and I think it's delicious. Love the egg, love the cheese, very comforting and hearty.
What do you say?
On to our next museum. It's my first choice, the wine experience.
Honey, do you think this is really wine?
Oh.
Taste it. Go ahead, taste it. Come on.
No, you
Stick your tongue out. I'm going to say China. We have the whole theater to ourselves. We've had this whole wine tour to ourselves. We had the whole 9,000 years of drinking to ourselves. Oh, here we go. After 50 some years, I learned how to taste wine.
As did I. That was really good. I found that very helpful.
Yeah.
The whole experience
Yeah.
was grand. And we still have port wine to drink.
Yeah. And I think we better go drink more wine quickly because I don't want to forget what we just learned. So.
They'll be like, oh, you better repeat all of this to you folks. Seriously?
Okay, Melissa, show us what you learned in the wine tasting.
First, we've got to tilt it and look for the variation of color. It looks way lighter on the outside than the center, even though it's a white port. Then...
Should I try it to see if we notice?
Yeah.
She said we'd see brown and maybe orange. I don't know if I'm seeing it. Maybe a little.
I see like a stronger color difference.
I see orange, okay. Nice technique.
Yes. So that opened up the bouquet. Yeah, it's really tough for me. And I'm be really honest. For some reason, smelling port, especially a white port, reminds me of like smelling paint.
Smelling paint?
Yeah, like when you open up a can of paint and are about to paint a room. That's what it smells like to me.
Oh, it does. It does. It does. It does.
Just being honest.
The winemaker's watching this. He's like, no, no. I don't notice anything. I'm doing this. I remembered learning this. I didn't notice the difference between when I first tried it and when I swirled it. So I'm going to try them. I feel the warmth in the back. It needs a lot of alcohol. There we go.
Definitely notice the warmth. It's pretty smooth tasting. Maybe a little vanilla, a little citrus, but I'm not sure.
Anything like Sherwin-Williams?
No. Although I've never tasted Sherwin-Williams, so I really can't say.
With the flavor profile, or like this, the scent profile, that circle that they had, where it showed like how to identify, one of them was chemical, and then when you went further into chemical, there was like plastic and oil.
Oh,
and it's like, no, really, there was. Why would anybody want wine like that? We figured out why it's been so slow in the museums. Portugal is playing in the World Cup.
Today.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
We already have chocolate. We were created with chocolate.
Our third museum is the chocolate story. These Vinte chocolate bars are made right here in the chocolate story. So normally they would be making chocolate there, but right now they're watching some soccer or football. Looks like we can win a chocolate.
Go for it. Aww, you didn't get one.
Oh, okay, I see. Nice. Okay, well, I get one. So look at that. I won a chocolate. Yes! Good luck, Melissa.
Oh, I get white chocolate though. I'm excited because it was a hard choice for me between white and dark.
What did I get?
White chocolate.
I'd have to say, you know, the recommendation to come to WOW, it's spot on because there's tons of things to do here. Too much to do in one day, and definitely in part of a day. But super.
Quero ficar bem à vontade, na verdade. Descobridor dos 7 mares, na verdade. Fiz amigo de salvar. Já me liga e implora pelo meu amor. Pegue por favor.
It's quite the line for getting back.
Line's too long. We are going to walk to the next destination.
It might take us as long to walk there as it would to wait in line. The tickets to our next destination, Clerigo Tower, have a time entry requirement. We hopped on, hoping the taxi would help us make good time.
That was way faster, like walking the bridge. After walking up a seriously steep hill, now we get to go up a bunch of stairs. How many stairs? They started building Clerigo Tower in 1754. They finished building it in July of 1763. The views at the top are supposed to be a must-see. We know the tower's up, but for some reason we're going down right now. Perplexing.
No, not yet.
That was the busiest tourist place we've ever been, I think.
I don't know about that, but definitely the busiest here. The World Cup does not keep folks from going to Clerigos.
People wanted to be up at the top, and we got up there and it was like we were sardines, you know, Portuguese sardines, just sitting there, and we couldn't even go around the top, so we came down.
When we do this again, or if you're going to come and do this, I would highly recommend going in the morning.
Or on a weekday.
Yeah, late afternoon on a Saturday. Poor choice on my part.
Yeah, well, it's okay. We had a lot on our plate.
Still, thumb up above.
Definitely, thumb
We'd
up
do it
above.
again.
Old buildings. I love old buildings. Love them.
And towers. Loves towers and
And
views.
old churches. And now we're going to go to a fancy hotel that was recommended.
Yes, in the Travel and Leisure article.
Okay, so that's going to be exciting. And then after that, we're going to go to church.
Yes, to eat. Once a family mansion, Torel Palace is a 5-star boutique hotel with service that made us feel like royalty, just as the Travel and Leisure article promised. I wish that you could smell through the screen. This room smells amazing. It is dedicated to a Portuguese author. The room that we're in is dedicated to Jose Reggio. This place is fantastic. Look at this. We have our tools of the trade right here, also known as all the stuff Chris had in his coat, I think. A photo of the author, some like nut mix, and that says heart mix. I don't know what that is. Cinnamon almonds, you know, just some nice little treats, which is awesome. Oh, lovely bed. Oh my gosh, did you get it? On our room, I did go with the lower rate. So we don't have the best view. But on the bright side, we do have a balcony and we could sit out here if we wanted.
Hey, let's do this.
I think a bird's gonna fly in through the window, I don't know.
Here we go, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, yeah.
And then, look at this. Plenty of mirror for checking the makeup and the hair and all of that, for sure. We step on up into our luxurious bathroom.
Ooh.
Et voila.
Nice.
Look, Ma, no door. The floor is really nicely tilted, so I think it's going to drain perfectly. And that's our room.
Good job, hun. Capela Incomum translates to unusual chapel, and this cool wine bar is definitely an unusual chapel. We ordered port and tonics and put together a meal out of the snacks on the menu. Stopping here for cake and wine was recommended by the Food and Wine article. Dinner was delicious in a little old church.
And now we're in a library.
This library is in our hotel, our very fancy hotel.
Yes.
And they said, yeah, go sit in the library and we'll bring you drinks. So that's what we're going to do to end our night. I would have to say, so far, the articles you've read, the people that wrote them, I think they knew what they were talking about.
They had some good suggestions.
Yeah, they did.
Very charming. I know how to pick them, don't I?
You sure do know how to pick them. If you come here and there's a line outside, just get in line, and then a guy or a wait staff person will come out and like guide you, like, how many do you have? So just wait in line. Melissa loves pancakes, so we had to stop at Diplomata. The Travel and Leisure article suggested it, so we had to go. Diplomata. One thing, bring cash.
Thankfully, there was an ATM nearby and they gave great directions to it, right?
Yeah, they did. I found it right away. Food was good. Service was awesome.
Cappuccinos. Oh my gosh, the Oreo cappuccino was fantastic.
I had a Carmelo one. I kind of wish I would have stirred it up because it was all at the bottom when I got down there and I had to use my spoon. But hey, I'll get better. Let's do this. Ooh.
We are standing in line to enter into Livrario Lello, which has been said to have inspired J.K. Rowling in her writing of the Harry Potter books. However, I'm sorry to report that is not true.
So then why are we standing in line? What's the big deal?
It is the third most beautiful bookstore in the world, according to some, and I'm very excited to see inside of it. Plus, I love books. So.
We need to come up with places I want to go to that I assure you there will not be lines. Speaking of lines, you need a ticket to get into this place. Links to purchase are in the video description. Is the excitement building?
Yes.
Bookstore.
We've been in line for about 22 minutes and it's almost time. While this gorgeous bookstore did not inspire J.K. Rowling, we visited a place that did, and we will be sharing that next.
Aren't you reading a book of his?
Yes, I am currently reading his Essays on Blindness, which is fantastic. Definitely read it.
place is a madhouse, but there's some solace underneath the stairs here. I've just been hanging out here, waiting for Melissa to buy her book. That place, whew,
It's busy.
very busy, very busy.
And beautiful.
Very beautiful. I found it really interesting to just view all the people getting the experience and documenting it. Half the people were looking at their phones or using their phones to get pictures of what's going on in there. So
As did we.
I did notice that on a tote, they claim to be the most beautiful bookstore. So
In the world.
we might have to try to find another one that's more beautiful, but that's going to be hard. That was pretty amazing.
And I have books. Now this is for the Harry Potter fans. I am standing in front of the Majestic Cafe where J.K. Rowling is said to have written the first 3 chapters of the original Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Right there.
That's what I read.
Can you prove it?
I can prove that she did some of her writing there because she tweeted it herself. See?
Wait there?
Right there.
No, right there?
I feel like I can spot some of Rowling's characters in the cafe's Belle Epoque decor.
The Majestic French toast is a must. Make sure you try it if you can.
Porto, thumbs up. Also a thumb up, a bump on those articles,
Yeah.
which we'll put a link to down below.
Nice. Goodbye.